Hey, flower friends. It is your friend in flowers, Lisa Mason Ziegler, and I cannot wait to talk to you about this tonight, y'all. It's the best kept secret in flower farming. Did you not know that? Because I can't wait to talk about the Flower Farmer Club, which we've created, and it's just really something I'm really proud of and love doing. And I can't wait to take you guys for a little walk inside there. So tonight I'm going to talk about. We're going to go inside the Flower Farmer Club and poke around and look at the different resources that happen every month and have a peek at the community board probably. And then I'm going to take you for a visit on the club page. And, if you have any questions that come up about the club, please post them in the comments because I will answer all those. Jessie is on here with me and she'll gather those up. You know, until you join a membership, I mean, there's just so many different things, right? There's courses, there's memberships. What's the difference? I'll talk about that in just a moment. But I feel like it is so valuable for me to show you guys around inside so you can kind of see what it's like, right? And I think it just makes it easier to understand. And, y'all, I'm 64. I'm that demographic that, wasn't born knowing technology as you youngsters do. And so for those of us that are in my age group, maybe, this is really super easy to use and fun. And one of the things that I absolutely love about just about my whole business, y'all. I have the most fabulous team of people. And so we have excellent customer service, whether you're shopping on my website or you're in my club. Um, and because if you have a tech issue or problem, you can call us on the phone, you can email us, and we have people that can help you. So I just don't want anybody that might think, oh my gosh, that's tech stuff. I may not be able to do it. You just couldn't be further from the truth. And I will give you a little glimmer of all of that in a moment. And so out of the gate, I just want to say that the Flower Farmer Club is my version of living the flower farming life day to day, meaning it's the practical application of the things that you may have already learned. For instance, and I'll explain this right now for anybody that's not familiar. So you may know that I have a big course called Flower Farming School Online, the Basics, which is a comprehensive course school that teaches you how to start a business, how to build a working garden, who to sell to, how to start it from seed, how to cut it, what to grow, the whole 9 yards, right? That is a comprehensive course, the facts on the things that you need to do, right? Well, we know that when you buy a new item and it comes with instructions, you're often thinking to yourself, did the person that write the instructions even put this thing together? Well, they did, but it doesn't always glue all the pieces. All the pieces aren't tied together enough. And that's what my vision for the Flower Farmer Club was. It is to be there for people day to day in a community you can ask me questions, you can ask questions, and other people can help you. And it's to be there, which I'll give you an example of in a moment. For people to be there for you, whether you want to come in and share a major win. I mean, people come in and say, oh my gosh, I just sold my first flowers to a florist, or I did my first farmer's market and I sold almost all my flowers. And friends, I'm telling you, I'm a member of a huge entrepreneurial family, but they still don't get it. You need to be with your tribe to appreciate these wins. And then when you're facing challenges, it's the same thing. While my husband tries so hard to help me fix anything that happens on this farm, anything I'm up against, he tries so hard to be helpful, but it's like he just doesn't get it, right? And that's what I wanted. I wanted to plug that hole for flower farmers, and that's what the Flower Farmer Club is. So, just to say, because I get this question frequently, And if I don't answer it well enough, you can ask it again and I'll address it. The difference between Flower Farm and School Online is a course that you actually purchase. And once you purchase it, you have that content forever. As long as we have internet, you have that course. It's yours. You bought it. It's just a digital product that's yours, right? The membership, what this is just like, think about when you join the gym or Weight Watchers, how you pay a fee every month or every week or whatever it is to go there. And when you don't want to pay anymore, you don't want to be a member, you stop paying and you don't get to go inside the door anymore. That's exactly what a membership is. When you're a member and you are have joined for either whether it's month by month or an annual membership, you get to come in and have access to everything, and that includes all the past resources. So I'm going to take you inside the course. Let me just, I don't want to talk about it. I want to take you in and show you. So we're going to look at what all the resources are, but that's the difference between a membership and owning a course. Okay. Especially for those of us that you might be like me, that you just aren't really familiar with that. And here's the other thing that really helps me. We have a phone app. It's free. You just download it from your app store and you log in once you're a member, and everything's right there. And it basically looks and operates very similar to Facebook, but it's private. It's our private platform. What that means is there's nobody tracking you. There's not ads, in there. But for me, and those things are important to me. I didn't really care about those things because, I feel like I'm grown up enough to scroll past the ads, right? But what I'm not grown up enough to scroll past sometimes are cute golden retriever videos, meaning you go into social media maybe to get to a group you're a part of, let's just say, but to get there, things catch your eye because, friends, that's what their aim is to grab your attention, right? And the next thing you know, you've been looking at non-relevant stuff for 20 or 30 minutes and you never made it to where you're going. That does not happen with our membership app, because you go into the app and there's nothing between you and all the stuff and all the people. And that is just so important. And and the more you go in and get apt at moving around, the richer and richer this actually gets. So I want to also say that, sorry, y'all, I have to have notes, or me, I'll be down a rabbit hole and never come back. The other thing is, first off, I appreciate you dropping it in. I know that people there are so many great teachers in our industry. And the thing of it is, you just have to pick one or two and run with them. Because the other thing that we really see, or I know that I suffer with in other industries, is if you try to partake from multiple people, you spend too much time comparing what is Susie Q doing that Johnny Sue isn't doing, and I wonder why she's not doing it. It's like those things shouldn't even be on your radar. You pick a person or two that are doing what you aim to be doing. That's your goal. That's what you're aiming to do. You want to do what they're doing. And that's the person you totally go all in on. You follow them on all their socials. You read their blogs. You watch their videos. You take their courses if they have them. You join their memberships. Those are the people. And in my own personal experience, that we warp past other people that are going here, there, and there. And I just feel like creating this private platform really rolls out the red carpet to allow people to help you to be able to do that. So I want to grab the membership, and I have to stop talking while I do this, y'all, because, I'm not the most tech savvy person around. All right. So I'm going to put this up there, and then I'm actually going to get rid of me so it's as big as possible. And then I have to go over here to actually move stuff around. So what you are looking at And Jesse, if I'm not doing something or whatever, just text me. I do not have my notifications off. So what you're looking at is the home page on inside the club. Now, this is obviously looking on a desktop, but it is, sorry, y'all. I have to always come back and make sure that we're really there, right? We are. Okay. So this is what it looks like. And if you look over here on the left, you can see all of the choices that you have. And I'm just going to take you in for just a little look about. You can see right here in the center of the page, this is the welcome video that actually kind of talks you through all the different pieces. But I'm going to just show you quickly moving around. And so the post here that you're seeing over here on the left, post here is the community board. So here we are. This is the community board. And at the top of the board, these are all posts that Jesse, who is one of our admins over here, has pinned to the top. Like here is, let's see if we can bring this up. Check out, oh, that's the new Flower Farmer Challenge that I've just started with the membership. Here is my latest masterclass. And I mean, she pins those really important things to the top. But here is the feed of what people, I mean, here's somebody was asking about help with getting with the soft necks on sunflowers. You know, you can see there's just, this is one of the meetups that we just did. There's just all, it looks very similar, right, to Facebook. And you have all the same functions, meaning that you can tag me, you can tag other people. You know, you can post pictures and videos. There's just all kinds of different things that you can do inside here. And what I want, here's where you post right up here at the top. And the thing that I want to say is this is a safe community. That means you do not have to worry about bad talk, hate talk, any of that kind of stuff. I'm really pleased to say, first off, we wouldn't tolerate that for a nanosecond, but we've never had to really flex those muscles. You know, the people that join this club, we all have that common goal, right? Of learning how to grow cut flowers and learning how to sell them, right? So this is where you post. Now, here is the challenges. And I've clicked the challenges over here on the left. And you can see this is the challenge that I've just introduced, which is grow a new to you cool flower this season, meaning to pick a cool flower that you haven't grown for whatever reason and grow it. And this is where, you know, we're going to talk about it. And then down here below, we had a winter challenge last year, but down here, the introduce yourself is the one that we recommend everybody do. Y'all, this is where, let's see if I can get it to come up. This is where you just come in and say, hey, I'm Lisa. Oh, we've got all kinds of new ones in here. These are people just kind of telling us where they are, what they're doing. And you get to know so many people. I haven't seen that one. So this is just such a fun place. And friends, oh, look, we have a little baby. This is a great place to connect with people. And then we have the meetups area. This is where you go when you want to join the Sowing Circle that happens every Wednesday at 2:00, where I sow seeds, many members sow seeds for about 30 minutes together. And I talk about what's going on here on the farm. And then here is our other meetup, which is the once a month Flower Farmer Forum. That is a live Q&A, and I kick off each one. It happens the last Monday of the month with a mini training. So you can get you join from here, but you can also watch the past recordings, which you can see them all down here below. So everything that we do is ultimately here inside your membership. Now look, this is where we just came from, was the meetup tab. This is the club tab. And you see here's another new to the club. Click here. That has some really helpful information. So this is where the club master classes are actually stored. And so this is the one that I just dropped in August. This actually has my 10 recommended starter cool flowers. And if you want to see the rest of the membership of master classes, look here. Oh, wait a minute. You hit that little button up here and they all, look at all these master classes, y'all. And you have access to all of these. And so let's go back up here and shorten that so we can see this is also where the Bloomcast is. The Bloomcast is the private podcast I make for you guys. And again, you can actually see all of those and have access to all of them. And so I think the Start Here is a really great place. This is where we came in, right? And how do I start? And it just tells you here how to set up your profile. And again, it is just so simple and easy to use, y'all, and to move around. And it is so loaded. That's not the one I wanted. How about that? There's just a lot of stuff in here. And so the way that I look at it is this club is your continuing education as well as your support system. And I mentioned earlier, if you've just joined us, we have an amazing support team with customer service. If you have tech issues, if you have trouble getting in or whatever. And so let me stop sharing that page. Sorry, y'all, I went. So we want to remove that one. And then I do have another page I want to show you where you can go and get more information. And that is over on our website. So let me bring that one up. And let's make it big so you can actually see it. All right. So if you're interested in learning more and reading some reviews, see what members are actually saying, you can go over here to the course page or the membership page. And here's another video that you can watch. And here's the pricing, y'all. It's $19.95 a month, or you can pay an annual fee of $199, which is actually like getting 2 months free. And the membership closes again on Thursday night at midnight. So, you know, I just can't tell you how much I hope if you're flower farming or you want a flower farm, that this is the place for you. So here, you know, you can come to this page and review all of the resources. And again, the networking is so very, very valuable. And I'm going to share something with you here in just a moment. And so here, I mean, it just reviews all the things that I've told you. And there's yours truly. That was a load of flowers that I was taken into Colonial Williamsburg. Colonial Williamsburg was our customer for 15 years, one of our biggest customers, and just loved serving them for so many years. Now, what I should talk about is that you can access your membership on a desktop, on a tablet, on a laptop, and on a phone. On a tablet and on a phone, you can download our free app, which gives you total access. That's the way that I use it. Almost 99% of the time, I am on my phone doing it. And the more you do it, the more familiar it gets. And you can, it just gets easier and you learn more and more because you just start digesting more of the resources, right? So down here at the bottom, there's some frequently asked questions. And then down here, we have reviews by members. And I just encourage you to come here and actually try it. And so I want to say here, when I don't forget, what this lock-in at your rate means, that if you join the club when it's $19.95, that means that when it goes up, next year or whenever it increases, you stay at the price that you joined at as long as you stay in the membership. Now, if you leave and come back, you come back in at the new rate. So this is just a great opportunity to actually get that. So that is the page that, and I'm sure Jesse has put the link over in the comments that you can access that. And oh, where's Lisa? There she is. So you can go over there and check it out. And I mean, if you're a flower farmer, we'd love to have you. And particularly if you're just getting in and getting your feet wet, this is just an amazingly supportive group. And I want to share with you, this is what I mean about how I was talking about how even me I'm in this big entrepreneurial family, and they still didn't understand when I was farming. I mean, first off, none of them got dirty at work like I did. It's just very different, right? But when you get with your people, just how your confidence soars, right? So this is a post that was posted in the community board a little while back, several weeks ago. And I'm not going to read you the post. I'm going to read you the first line, which says it all. So her name is Sarah, and Sarah came into the community board and said, "Sigh, can I get your opinion on whether this is a big, big mistake or if it will be fine?" And then she goes on to describe how she had built a bed and put mulch down. And so that's where this group is just, to me, priceless. You can come in and somebody's going to chime in and help you. We have flower farmers at all levels in here. Of course, I peruse the comments in the community board. You can tag me, and I go into the community board 2 or 3 times a week. And there's other people on our team looking if there's an urgent question. And we also have some of our team members. Jesse chimes in there. So it's really a place to know that you can get answers to your questions. Or if you have a bad experience and you need somebody to say that was not, you'll get through it, because that exact same thing happened to me. That has happened so many times where people, I can tell you a classic one is people go in and call on a florist and just have a really bad experience because they've just picked a kind of not very nice person. Nothing to do, no fault of their own. They just walked into a trap, basically. And it's just so wonderful to see other people saying, "Oh my gosh, that happened to me. Do not even worry about it. Just kick that person to the curb, move on." That's really, really significant part of this club. So I just want to say again that you can access this through any device that has internet. We have an app that you put on your phone, which is free. You download it inside from your app store, and then just log in with the email address and password that you set up when you actually purchase it. And I'm telling you guys, you can go in there because, you can listen. Here's my secret hack, that I do this for all my courses that I take as a business person, and for when I'm rewatching replays of lives that I've missed of people. I watch them at double time. You can do that in the membership too, in the settings on the video. That means you can speed them up. You don't have to do double. You can still clearly understand, and you can absorb so much information. What I like to do is to listen to the master classes as a podcast. You don't have to see it every single time. It's hearing the information. It's just really submerging yourself in the information. And there are master classes that have already been posted in there on tending seedlings. Wait a minute. I'm not looking at the right. Oh, so I can't see. Why is that there? Oh. Huh. I was looking to see if there's any questions tagged, but it doesn't show me the top. So anyway, I totally distracted myself, y'all. If y'all have any questions about the membership, how it works, anything like that, please post it, and Jesse will gather those up and pin them. I'm thinking probably that there aren't any, and that's why I can't see any up at the top. Oh, wait, nope. Okay. So you can watch it on your app. I love listening to them as podcasts. And there's tending. That's what I was saying. We have a lot of, I do a lot of talking about seed starting, because I teach a lot of people that. But something that people really miss sometimes is tending to the seedlings. So I actually did a master class on that. Your growing environment, your hardening off spot, all of that kind of stuff. So there's just a lot of great resources, a great community. We would absolutely love to have you join. Obviously, you can join for a month. And if it's not for you, then you cancel your membership at any time, right? And so would love for you to join with us if you think that is your cup of tea. So I will tell you that the biggest benefits that I feel like people benefit from that it's not obvious, right? And so there's 4 of them, and I wanted to share them with you. One thing that, and I know this happens for me, is when you aren't in this membership and you have some question, whether you're wondering about a variety to grow or how to grow something, or the big question is, when am I supposed to plant it? And you go into a big group and you ask that question, and about 20 different people offer suggestions being helpful. Which one do you go with? I mean, it's the sifting through all of the options. And I understand, I talk to the frustrated people. So that's one of the ways that being in a blinders on membership really helps you to focus on the ball, y'all. Literally helps you to focus on the ball. And the other thing that I think the club is really, really helpful with is people tend to really quit. They're quick to quit. I posted a picture of some big old gorgeous coxcomb from last year. It's this big old 5 foot tall, big head. I mean, a whole 100-foot row of it, right? And I say to people, I didn't grow coxcomb like that when I first started. I've been growing coxcomb for 28 years. That's how you grow coxcomb like that. Most people quit long before they ever really had opportunity to do that. And I think being in a part of a membership or a group of people or community that support you, you just learn that. I mean, you'll hear me say 100 times that if you haven't called on 100 florists to get 1 or 2, you haven't even scratched the surface yet. Because I know that after 3 people say no to you, you're totally deflated, right? You need to be with people that understand that that's the way business is, friends. That's the way it goes. You don't sell to the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth, maybe, or maybe you do. But that's the way that business actually goes. And the other thing that I find, there's just some I love when somebody comes into the membership and will say something about, I went to the farmer's market today and did not sell a thing. They're totally crushed, right? I mean, if anybody's ever gone to the farmer's market, you know how much work it is to pack up to get there to do it. And they'll say either, something like, I sold 1 bouquet, or I sold nothing, or I sold 3. And I just love asking those people, so how many people were in that market? Foot traffic, not other vendors. How many people walk past your booth? Which is the most important question you can ever ask a farmer's market that wants you to come be a vendor. And for them to say, well, there was hardly any people there. Well, that's not on you. That's on the market and the market manager. You need to do your part to beat the bushes to get people there. But it's when you don't sell flowers and the market is packed with walkers, shoppers, and you don't sell, that's on you, right? So that's the kind of support and aha moments that happen when you're with people that we're all looking to the same goal, and we have people with experience helping the other people, right? And the other thing that I hope that I help remind people of constantly is, you got to take your head out of the seed catalogs and get into your numbers. If you've been selling flowers this year, okay, how much money did you spend and how much money did you make? And let's figure out how to obviously make more money than we spend. Most every flower farmer grossly overspends in the beginning when they aren't following some kind of plan. Grossly. I mean, it's the gardener thing, right? Why do we go to the garden center and buy 12 times the number of plants that we actually have room for? That happens in flower farming too, but it actually ends your business when that happens. So, this is the place where you talk about that kind of stuff and those kind of questions. And I know I mentioned it earlier, but I'm going to say again, I mean, I'm really honored to be in the presence of other great teachers in the cut flower industry. Friend, you just need to pick one and run with it that is teaching, that is leading the way, because I just can't tell you the difference between trying to follow 4 people's advice than it is to follow 1, maybe 2. But it'll change everything for you. And that's what we do here in the Flower Farmer Club, So Jesse has added the link. And again, just to review, the membership doors close on Thursday at midnight. To join the club is $19.95 a month. You can cancel at any time, or you can buy an annual membership for $199, which is basically getting 2 months free. You can access it on any device that has internet, a phone, a tablet, a laptop, and a desktop. And we not only drop amazing resources in there. My sister and I, that's what we do on Wednesdays. My sister comes here to the farm, and we create content. And the lion's share of it is for the club. And so you have a great, deep and wide resource base to learn more. You have a community board that you can ask any question of anybody and of me in there, right? And we have the customer service backup, the tech backup if you're having trouble maneuvering. And we would just love to have you join. I'm just looking at my notes here. The library, there's a library, the club library, and then there's the meetup tab. That's where you find all the resources that are stored inside the club. And then you have the community board, and of course the challenges, and then of course our every Wednesday meetup. And don't feel overwhelmed. You don't have to attend things live, because we actually record them and put them in your library. Maybe you won't look at them all. You don't have to, but they're there, because let me tell you, binging on them in the winter is what the real richness is. Being able to just review again and again. So friends, I don't think that we have any actual questions. Jesse has posted. I see we've had people from Kansas and Carolina and Missouri, and thank you guys so much for joining me here tonight. So today is Tuesday. Let's see, today's Tuesday. So we have 2 more days that the doors will be open. And I just say, take the plunge and invest $20. Join in and see what it's all about. And you can cancel your monthly membership at any time. And I would love for you to join with us in there and with all the other people. And then I will see you tomorrow. If you join now, I'll see you tomorrow on the sewing circle, which is, I'm still sewing sunflowers, y'all. We do sunflowers many months of the year. We start with early birds in March and give the theory, and the system of how to do it. And would just love to have you be a part of it. So, my friends, I don't think we have any questions. And Arkansas, thank you for that. So, friends, see you, I hope, on the inside of the Flower Farmer Club. And, let's learn to grow and sell some flowers together. Ciao.